Welcome to the Karen and Joey Show. I'm Joey Sampaga, and this is
Karen Langston.
How you doing, Karen?
I'm doing well, Joey. How are you?
I'm doing well. In this week's Vital Vibration,
Healthy vital vibration.
Healthy Vital Vibration,
Yes.
we're going to be talking about gout.
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 Not gout. Gout.
Not gout?
Gout. It's gout.
Is that how Canadians say it too?
It's gout. It's in and a boot. Gout.
So we're talking about gout today.
Yes.
I've heard of it. I've had friends who have it, but I have no clue what it is.
Well, first of all, it's very, very painful.
It's
And
painful.
if you've had gout once, you know exactly what it is.
Yes.
However, did you know that it's actually a form of arthritis?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it's actually a form of arthritis, and it's because of a buildup of uric acid.
Uric acid.
That deposits crystals into the joints and the synovial joints of usually the big toe.
Oh.
Yes, the first time you get gout, it's usually in the big toe. Do you want to know why?
No.
Yes,
I do.
Are you sure? Okay, we're finished with the Karen and Joey Show.
Yeah. I do want to know why.
Okay. Actually, the reason is our body temperature is warmer at the core, but as we go out in the extremities, it gets cooler.
Okay.
And so when the uric acid is flowing through the body, the blood, and it's in the trunk part, it's nice and warm. So think of a frosty window. You know, in the winter time when you get that frost. Well, I don't know if you lived in Arizona your whole life, you might not know what frost is.
We get frost here once in a while. Okay.
And you know how it crystallizes and it spreads up the window?
Yep.
That's basically what the uric acid does.
Okay.
Is once it hits the extremities, because they are of a lower temperature, it actually crystallizes. And so think of those little sharp crystals poking into your joint.
Ouch.
That's gout.
So that causes pain to where sometimes people can't walk because of that.
Absolutely, and you end up with a lot of redness, and you can't bend the joint at all, and you actually
So it's like swelling almost.
Oh yeah. Oh, your toe will actually go 3 times the size. Yes. I mean, you'll know you have gout. And there's pain, of course, a lot of pain. Sometimes there's a fever, there can be some chills, and of course there's lots of loss of mobility as well. Now what's interesting is that gout is actually associated with other health problems. You can end up with headaches, constipation, indigestion, depression, eczema, and hives. And you're at a higher risk for kidney problems and cardiovascular disease as well. There are some underlying causes that I would look at. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to want to look at your kidneys and your kidney function, because uric acid goes through the kidneys. So if it's not being excreted, we need to know why it's not being excreted. Okay? So there might be kidney stones.
Oh.
All right, or maybe you're just dehydrated, you're not drinking enough water, that's allowing for the uric acid to be flushed out of the kidneys and out of your system. Okay, some of the other things I'm going to look at, perhaps there's an underlying anemia problem. Okay, because there's an actual correlation between anemia and uric acid. We're also going to look at your metabolic enzymes as well, because if you're deficient in certain metabolic enzymes, then you're not going to be able to break down the uric acid. Okay, now that's really interesting, because there are actually children getting gout today.
Children getting gout.
Yes, children are getting gout.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sure there's a percentage. It seems like more males get gout than females do.
Yes. Hey, that's impressive. Yes. Actually, it's 95% of the population who get gout are male.
Okay.
Yes, it's predominantly male, and that's because of the types of foods and drinks that they are associated with. Okay, children get it not because of what they're eating and drinking, but because, well, I shouldn't even say that. It is what they're eating and drinking, but there's something wrong with their metabolism. Okay, and at one time it was actually considered a disease of the affluent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's why I never got it.
Yes. Well, at one time it was considered a rich man's disease.
Okay.
And that's because the rich could afford, luxurious steaks and lots of alcohol and beer and that kind of thing, right? And the poor people, of course, couldn't afford this, so then they weren't getting these types of things. Well, because in the United States, in particular, we are eating big portions of protein, and we're drinking lots of soda and we're drinking lots of beer. That it's no longer a condition of the affluent; it's actually a condition of the United States. States.
Wow.
Yes. The first attack is actually usually contained to the toe.
The toe.
Right.
The big toe.
Yes. And if 50% of the males who actually have an attack usually don't have another attack. Yeah.
Okay.
But if their metabolism is off, then their next one actually goes up higher. It'll go into the shin, into the knee. Yes, and then it can go even further than that, and some even suffer with it in their hand.
What can the viewers do to prevent gout?
Since 10 to 15% have a metabolic problem, so they have the deficiency of enzymes, especially the xanthine oxidase, which breaks down the purines in the food. Okay. We want to look at diet. Diet is number one. We really need to get the sodas or pops, depending on where you're from.
The beers.
And the beers out of the diet,
Yeah.
because they're very high in phosphorus. Okay, and so what happens is, if we have a lot of phosphorus in our system, our body actually has to leach calcium from our bones to try and bring our pH balance back down.
I see.
Okay, so, and that brings in the kidneys again. All right, so you see how we're going back to the kidneys?
Sure.
We also want to look at the liver. We want to see how the liver is detoxifying, because if the liver is not detoxifying properly, then there's not, the uric acid isn't being brought down to a simpler form so that it can be taken out of the system. We also want to look at how much water you're drinking.
Okay.
I'm always talking about
Yes,
water.
you're always talking about water.
Yes, and again, I'm bringing up the water. Water flushes out toxins,
Okay.
and water is going to flush out uric acid. Okay? And then we're also going to watch certain medications, diuretics, for instance, and aspirins, and some medications can actually cause a gout attack. So we need to look at that as well.
Okay.
And then there's one other thing that we can look at as well. And we talked about purine foods, right?
Yes, we did.
Okay. The other thing that we can look at is looking at your vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
If you're low in vitamin C, you can actually cause a lot of inflammation. Okay, so vitamin C is actually an anti-inflammatory, but this is the cool part. It repairs connective tissue, and it's essential for collagen production and maintenance of joint lining.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we want to look at increasing other minerals and vitamins, because we know that the pH balance is off. We know that. And we also want to look at vitamin D, because vitamin D controls absorption of calcium, phosphorus used in bone formation.
Okay.
And manganese is for growth metabolism and activates enzymes, because we were just talking about the enzymes, right? And it's also anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
And then there's one more.
Okay.
Food allergies.
Food allergies.
Dr. Thorin G. Randolph. He's a medical doctor, and he's tested over 1,000 arthritis patients with commonly eaten foods. In his own test of 6,000 patients, he found that foods, chemicals, grasses, pollen molds, and other airborne substances cause allergic reactions in joints of nearly 85% of the arthritics that he tested.
Wow.
Yes, so there's definitely a correlation between food sensitivities and food allergies and inflammation in the body, and relating right back to arthritis. This is something that I carry in my practice, okay, and it's a blood spot food allergy testing.
Okay.
And this box shows up at your door, okay, that one right there.
Yep.
Okay, and then all you do is you open it up, and it's really simple, Joey.
Yep.
Very, very simple. And these are your little stuff inside.
Yep.
Okay. All you're going to do is just prick your little finger
With a needle?
with a needle. You can handle it, Squirmy Sampaga. And then you're just going to follow the instructions.
Yep.
Put it back into the envelope, and then you're going to call UPS, and UPS is going to come and pick it up from your door free of charge.
Oh.
And then in about 10 to 14 days, I will receive the results, and then we'll go over the results.
For more information on gout and for food allergies and how to test it, contact Karen. Her information is, our information is right over here somewhere. And the links in the doc section. And, give us a call. So, until next time, live healthy.
Be healthy
And stay healthy.
and heal by vital vibration.